Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just getting ready to go out and I wanted to talk about everything I've been thinking about recently. So yesterday I did a whole closet clean out and it was insanely therapeutic. I don't know about you guys, but having a clean closet and having only options that you would actually wear, to me that's like having a decluttered brain. It just sorts everything out into my brain so neatly. Like it gets rid of all this choice paradox, the paradox of choice, basically removing all these potential options that you never even wear and you know you actually don't like from your closet or from your life. It just like makes things so much more simple and so much more organized and so much less clutter in your brain in the mornings and when you're getting ready, which is kind of ironic because it took me like about 30 minutes before this video to actually pick an outfit that I don't really even like. And that's another thing. It's like, I don't know what it is with me. I feel like it's some sort of body dysmorphia because I cannot perceive things on me accurately, objectively. Every time I see myself, I feel like I look weird or I feel like I don't look normal. But if I were to see something on another person, like the same outfit or like the same makeup, the same style, I might think that they look really nice, but on myself, I have no perception of what I look like. To me, it just feels like everything is the same. I got a new eyelash curler from Muji and I like it actually. I don't know if it's because it's new and it's just doing its job better than my 10-year-old ones that I have never changed like the actual pad on. But it's been doing well. Like it only takes a couple pumps, like 5 seconds for it to curl up my entire lash as opposed to my 10-year-old Revlon eyelash curler that I've never changed the pads on, and honestly I should, but this takes like 10 seconds to a minute to actually curl both of my lashes properly and fully. Like I have to keep pumping it and I have to hold it for 10 seconds, and this one is just like, I know it's brand new, but see, only took 5 seconds. I feel like society has made it so that women collectively have body dysmorphia. Like they're always doubting themselves. They always doubt that they look good. I don't know what it is, but I can spend an hour on my makeup, an hour picking my outfit, and I still feel like I don't look right. And obviously there's something wrong with my brain in the present and perceiving my own body and self, because I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I will go back to photos from a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, and remember exactly how I felt in that moment. I'll feel like I'm just hideous, or I feel like I can't even look at myself in the mirror, and then I'll look back on it and I'll say, wow, I looked amazing. Like I don't understand at all what I was feeling during that time. I don't understand how I thought that way about myself. And it's like a constant thing that I have. Something that I realized that I struggle with is that like in the moment I find it very hard to see objectively and see that, you know, I look a certain way, I look good. I feel like when there is a certain pressure on me, that feeling is even more amplified. Like for example, if I have something stressful, like I'm going to an event where my looks are going to be perceived and judged heavily, I will even more so doubt every single like aspect of my looks, like my makeup, my clothes. I overthink every aspect to the point where it's like actually overwhelming and I can't think straight anymore. When I think about it that way, like these events, like for example like a date or an event where you're meeting a lot of new people, socializing, that type of thing, I feel bad for people that work in like the fashion and beauty industry because there's so much emphasis and pressure on how they look and there's so much judgment surrounding their looks. So it's like, of course, all these celebrities, all these beauty influencers, fashion models, they develop body dysmorphia and they become addicted to plastic surgery and things like that. I feel like it just becomes an inability to perceive yourself accurately and objectively. You always look at yourself through the lens of other people and you always are super harsh and critical of yourself. So that's one thing I really struggle with in terms of social media, is like social media, in my perspective, is opening the door to other people judging you, giving their unsolicited opinion on how you look, how they feel about you, what they think you should do to improve the way you look. And I don't know, I struggle with that already and I don't need and don't want other people telling me what they think about how I look, especially if it's negative. It bothers me that in society people are so heavily judged for the way they look, and that looks are such an important emphasis in social media. Anyways, I know that this world is just built that way, and what I say doesn't really matter because it won't change the way society feels about beauty. Anyways, my parents are being so loud outside right now. I can't even think straight. Another thing that I've been loving the past couple of weeks is movies about women empowerment. I recently watched Historical Figures on Netflix. It's about 3 Black women who were the part of the pioneers of NASA that got America into space. They launched the first rocket that took astronauts around the Earth and eventually the moon. And these women were basically hidden for a long time and not credited for their work. There was like a mathematician, a computer programmer, and like a mechanical engineer. And I just thought about how much progress there has been in society and how grateful and lucky we are to be able to live in a world where women can be engineers and doctors and lawyers and have careers and just work in the workforce in general and now be credited for our work. This movie and movies like it have inspired me to really stand up for myself and not be a pushover, because in my field in engineering it's very easy to be pushed aside as a woman and be discredited if you don't give people reason to believe you. In general, men are just more believed and trusted than women. That may not be the case in some places, but in a lot of places it is still the truth. It takes standing up for yourself and speaking up and making it known that you are just as smart as the men. You do know what's going on, you do know what's happening in the world. That is you doing your part in making people remember that women are just as intelligent, if not more, at times. We deserve opportunities just as much as men do. And I know that I'm kind of thinking backwards and thinking in a very outdated way, but I'm afraid that there are still people that think this way, that women are less capable, that women are more passive and they won't stand up for themselves and they're willing to work without being given credit for what they've done and the progress they've made. It has really inspired me to work even harder and to really show people I am just as capable and I feel deserving of my place in this world. And I know I'm kind of fighting like an invisible enemy right now, but it really motivates me. And it's one of the things that motivates me the most is that I can represent women, intelligent women in this society. I love that narrative of intelligent women rising in positions where they have never been in the past and they have not been allowed to in the past. I feel so grateful and lucky now that this world has changed enough so that women can make a life for themselves and women can have their own goals and dreams and just strive towards what they believe without any restrictions. I find movies and shows that are centered around strong, powerful women who were pioneers in their field so inspiring. It's so inspiring to me, and I could watch 1,000 movies like that and not be sick of it. Like, you could give me the same plot over and over, and you know what? I love the ones that are based off of true stories. Those are the ones that really get me. It's just like I really connect with the main character, even if I've never experienced the struggles that she has. I really feel for them and I really empathize with the women who sacrificed themselves, and not just sacrifice themselves, but put themselves in danger at times to change the way the world was. And I feel so grateful for those women. It's like a very deep sense of admiration that I feel for women who don't conform to society's expectations of them in any way, because I feel like those are the women that are pioneering the way for women in the future generations to live a better and more equal life. Maybe women that don't conform to what men expect of them, women that don't conform to society's pressures, having children, starting a family, being responsible for their whole family, pushing their career aside, putting their goals to the side so that they can sacrifice their lives for their family. While I don't think it's for everyone, I love to see a trend in an increase of women who are choosing that life, because to me it represents freedom and it represents the freedom of choice for women. I think it's beautiful that women get to now choose whether or not they want to have a family, whether or not they want to have kids, whether or not they want to get married, because it's power, you know? I think a lot of people see that as sad, like, oh, these women are going to be lonely and grow up old and regret their choices of not having kids. But I think that that's not true at all. It's like almost an insult to those women when you say that. You're saying it as if they don't know how to make the best choice for themselves. For a lot of people, getting married and having kids is not the best choice for them. Getting tied to someone financially and being dependent on someone financially is not the best choice for them. And focusing on themselves is the best choice for them, and living a happy, full life on their own with their friends, pets, family. Like, I don't know. I don't think that people are concerned for the right reasons there. I think that's another way of trying to keep women down by trying to convince them that they need kids or they're going to regret not having kids. And I think that's a very stupid thing to say. I think it's a great thing now that women are able to have that life for themselves. And I think that another thing society is scared of is that women will stop caring about appeasing beauty norms and appeasing men. Those are typically people in positions of power right now. And it's like them saying that women are gonna regret not having kids, regret not starting a family, regret not taking advantage of their beauty. It's like, ugh, that's like the biggest insult of all time. Like, it's bold of you to assume that's all that women care about. Women are no longer financially dependent on men. Women no longer need men to survive, like in the past generation where like women weren't allowed to open bank accounts and stuff. You know, I just think it's so silly that people even say that. I love that there's more unconventional ways of living now, because to me it just truly represents the progress we have made in society, that women have a choice over their lives instead of being forced to go down a specific path that has been chosen for them. This is the final makeup look. Anyways, thanks guys so much for watching. I know this is a bit of a more random and short video, but I thank you guys for watching anyways. If you liked, please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I know I haven't been posting regularly, but I will post whenever I feel the inspiration to do so. I feel like if I want to keep enjoying YouTube, I'll just be posting whenever I feel creatively inspired. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.